So welcome everybody to another yoga class, and just a reminder before we start that you're doing this practice, if you choose to do this video, that you're doing it as your own responsibility to look after your body and yourself. Please don't do anything that you feel is not safe for you to do, or if you know that it's going to aggravate any medical conditions, etc. Always check in with your health professionals first. So what you might need today, maybe a strap, maybe some bricks, not crucial today. And what you may like though is something soft for the knees, because we will be doing some lunges on our knees today, and obviously something nice to settle into at the end of the class for our relaxation. What we're going to do a little bit different is to start standing. So for most of you, you'll probably be doing this class just after Easter, and so for me this is Easter Tuesday, and had a lot of chocolate, especially if you did the chocolate meditation a few times last week, and I really feel the need to move at the moment. So we're starting standing, and we'll begin in Tadasana, our mountain pose. So we're going to have the feet roughly hip width apart, knees are soft, and connecting with the feet to the ground. Just observe the weight down through the heels, the outer edges of the feet, the inner edges of the feet. Feel your toes. Can they be relaxed? Maybe give them a bit of a wiggle. Let them settle to the floor. And then from this position, just ease the weight forward, so more towards the toes, and then ease the weight a little bit back through the heels. And we'll go forwards, backwards. Gentle little rocking motion, just connecting with the ground. And then try going over to one side, come forwards, go over to the other side. So we're now circling around on the feet. Feeling that weight distribution. And then we'll go the other way. So just that little circle. And then let's come back to what feels like the center for you. Can you now get a sense of bringing a little bit more weight back through your heels? So about 2/3 of the weight. Get that sense of the bone structure. Squatting down in towards the weight through the heels. And then just check again with the knees that we haven't sort of locked them backwards. We're going to keep the knees just a little bit soft, not too bent. This is too much. A little bit of softness there. And then putting the hands not on the waist or the top of the pelvis, but a little bit lower. Here is the hips. This is the hip joints right down here. And I want you to, first of all, just ease forwards with the hips. Ease back with the hips, and you can feel this crease now starting to happen. And then forwards just a little bit, but not as much. Back a little bit. Notice what the weight's going through the feet, whether you come onto the toes with the weight. Keep it through the heels. And then keeping this little bit of softness now in the knees and in the groin, in this sort of hip region. Okay, so let's just shrug the shoulders up. Nice deep breath in. And big exhale out through the mouth. Dropping the shoulders. And again, nice big breath in. And we always like things in threes. One more. Keeping these relaxed shoulders, now be conscious of the position of the head. And we want the chin roughly parallel to the floor. And then lengthen out through the crown of the head here. So this is our Tadasana, our mountain pose. We should feel really grounded, really solid. Hopefully comfortable on both feet. So we're going to keep this solid position as we start to move into the arms. So let's take a nice deep breath in, extend the arms up. And on the exhale, turn the palms out, release all the way back down. So imagine you're just gathering all this beautiful energy from the air, breathing in. Draw deep into the lungs, exhale, just let anything go that's been bugging you all week. And again, deep breath in. Feel that fresh air, hopefully. Exhale, release. So now we'll move into a side stretch. Taking the right arm up, I'm not doing opposites. As just in one knee. Legs are strong. All right, breathing back to center. Switch the arms. Exhale, leaning over to our right side. Feel the rib cage expanding. All right, release, come back to center. So now we'll take both arms up, but we're going to grab hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Again, deep breath in, lift. Exhale, reaching over, just gently pulling on that right arm. Allow the hips to kink out to the side a little bit more, so we're going deeper, but I'm still pressing through both feet. All right, let's come back up. Hold the arms up if you can. Grab hold of the left wrist. Next breath in, lift up. Exhale, big lean over to the right. Let the hips sway out to the side. Keep pressing down through the right foot though. One more breath. All right, back to center. Release the arms, bend the knees. So we're keeping the heels ground, but knees bent. And gentle chest, our arms just out, shoulder height. Palms face each other, reach out through the fingertips. So we're looking for a sort of a stretch and opening in the calves, the Achilles heel. And then try taking the hips back a little further as if we're about to sit down in your chair. So now we're going a little bit deeper if we can. Maybe the arms can rise a little bit higher if that's comfortable. Don't forget to keep breathing. Don't forget to smile. And we're just warming up the legs. Another breath. All right, release the arms back down. Let's straighten up through the legs. And just shake it out. Nice loosen off. Okay, so from here, we're going to make Yana Mudra, touching the thumbs and index fingers, and we're going to extend the other 3 fingers. And we'll keep this particular hand gesture as we just do a nice little movement. Knees are going to stay nice and soft. So let's breathe in, arms are up, 3 fingers touching, exhale, coming down to the heart, inhale, bend the knees, release, and bring the backs of the hands to touch. So we're in our semi-chair. Inhale towards the heart, roll it out like a book. So we've still got the mudra. We're going to breathe it in, take it up. Nice big stretch up, maybe take the gaze up, little back bend. Exhale, release. So we'll do that another time. Breathing in. Fingers touch. Exhale, bend the knees as we come down to the heart. Inhale. Forwards. So I've changed it. All the way up. Release, and we're going to let go of the mudra. And just shake it out. So roll into the wrists. Go the other way, roll into the elbows, and the other way. And then if you can do the big arm swings or shoulder shrugs, other way. Fabulous. Okay, in and out, just get that heart space opening. Get the breath moving in there. All right, and release. So what I thought, because I have this urge to move, and hopefully you guys do as well, was we would start with some gentle sun salutes to warm up the body. And if you've got your yoga mat, you'll be standing at the top of the mat. Now, some of you, of my students, I know you don't like to do the full sun salutes, so feel free, if I've shown you how to do the wall one, feel free to sort of use the wall for your half dog, and then you can come into your warriors this way, etc. I'm not going to go right in depth into that version today, so please modify these sun salutes to suit where you are. We are going to be coming down onto the knees initially for lunging, so if you also want to set up a blanket or just something soft for the knees across your mat, you can do it like that. And then when we go down into the lunges, your knees will be happier. So if you are using the wall, feel free to swap between the wall and your mat or your kitchen bench, whatever you've got at hand. Okay, so Tadasana, top of the mat. Comfortable position. Let's take a nice deep breath in, reaching up. And as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees, fold from the hips, and release all the way to the ground. So you can bend your knees as much as you like to touch the floor. Let the head lengthen, relax the neck. Couple of breaths here, notice how everything feels. So we're just starting to get a little bit of stretch here in the back of the legs. So we're now going to breathe in. Take your gaze forwards. We'll step the right leg back. And it's a big step, but we're going to put the right knee on the floor and relax the toes. So gaze now forwards, and you'll see that my knee is above my ankle. So just watch that you're not a little bit short in doing that. Knees don't really like that. So stretch it out, and also I've got my hips ahead of my back knee. So again, I'm not sort of up here. Otherwise, I'm not going to get my hip flexor stretch, thigh stretch. So let's sink a little bit deeper if we can. You could also use bricks underneath the hands if that's more comfortable as well. Alright, so we're going to go for a little wiggle. Side to side with the hips. Just noticing how when we change the position of the hips, works a little bit differently into the muscles. Does it feel good? And then we'll settle back to what feels like center. And hopefully you're still feeling this right thigh hip flexor opening. So from here, press down through the feet and reach up through the arms. Now you can also keep the arms low at the heart center, or you can practice a little bit more heart spaciousness with the arms out like that. Alright, next exhale. Hands back down to floor. We're going to take a big step back to our cat pose. So remember, this is a nice easy version. We're just going to do a couple of little cat-cow rolls, starting from the tailbone, finishing with the head. Again, just checking in, how's the back feel with this one? And then big toes to touch, hips back towards the heels. If you can sit your bottom all the way down, the buttocks, awesome. We're going to keep the hands out in front. And you can always support your head if you prefer not to rest the head on the floor. And then from here, let's inhale, roll it up. And we're going to go the other side. So big step forwards with the right foot. Okay, we keep the back knee on the floor. Check in that we've got good knee positioning here. Can we feel a stretch here in the back leg? And then gaze forwards. Maybe you can bring the bricks up if you like. And we'll go for the little wiggle with the hips, side to side. What feels good? What feels better? Maybe they've got a particular spot that you want to spend a bit of time in, that you go, yeah, I just need a bit more stretch in that area. We play around. And then come back to that center position. Hopefully you're still feeling that stretch in the left thigh. And then from here we'll press down through the foot and the knee. We'll take the arms up or out to the sides, whatever's comfortable, shoulders relaxed. A bit more space into the front body, so let's breathe into that front body, either head up or straight ahead, but we always want to make sure there's a little space in the back of the neck if we take the gaze up. Alright, both hands back down. We'll tuck the back toes under, and then we have to step forward. So I know that's not everyone's favourite position, but if we lift the knee, big step up, you can do it in increments, little fold. See, my knees are still soft. I'm resting my belly on my thighs. And we're going to come up via a chair pose. We take our time. We're going to bend the knees, take the gaze forwards. Reach the arms behind first as we lift the head, lift the chest. And then sweep the arms out in front. On the next breath in, let's push through the legs all the way up. We'll bring the hands to the heart center on the exhalation. A very simple sun salute. Let's breathe in. Exhale. It's what we call a swan dive forward. So we're going to release, relax, fold, knees soft. Breathing in, this time we'll take left leg back. Big step, knee to floor. Inhale, come straight up this time. And we're going to sweep the left arm up. Oh, sorry, my bad. Right arm up. And slide the left hand down. Now you can touch your foot, your calf, you can support your lower back, anywhere that's comfortable. It is a little bit of a back bend, so just find what you're happy to do. I'm still easing the hips forwards, gaze can be up or it can be down or straight ahead. Again, whatever feels good for the neck. Just waking up the spine, we're going to breathe in, come back, arms out to sides, and we're going for a twist. So I'm bringing my right hand behind take the gaze down the right arm, so into a twist. Notice I'm not trying to lean forwards or lean too far back. I'm trying to keep my head over my hips. Okay, release back out, hands to floor. Step back into our cat position. And this time we're just going to do a little calf stretch. Now if you want to work that little bit stronger through your core, and I know I need to at the moment, hold the right foot out and lift the left knee just a little bit off the floor. You'll find those muscles kicking in around the abdomen. If it's too strong, you just rest the knee back down. Okay, let's change it over. Left foot tucked under, either staying here or can you hover that right knee just off the floor. Enjoy that sensation of muscles having to kick in and work. Alright, we're going to release that back down. Both knees down, hips to heels, arms stay out in front. And then from here, looking between the hands, and we're going to come down onto the floor. So any way you can do that. If you can run your chest, chin along the ground, a bit hard because I've got a mic hanging there, awesome, but any way you can get down otherwise. Elbows in, feet on the floor, lengthen out through the crown of the head, gaze slightly forwards, and hover the hands off the ground so we're working up our back strength. 2 breaths here if you can manage it. And then we'll place the hands back down, tuck the toes under, and we're going to move into our first downward dog. So easing up and back. Now if you don't like downward dog, come back to your cat. We're going to walk it out here. So just bend one knee then the other. You could also do this on your forearms if you prefer not to aggravate your wrists. Okay, now we've got a big step up. Choices are, you can put your right knee down and step your left foot forwards, or those are feeling a bit more energetic, big step up, but you're going to be putting your right knee down anyway. So let's come up, nice and upright. Left arm extending up, either gaze up or straight ahead. Reach around with the right hand and find your comfortable position. Support your back if you need to. If you prefer to go a little deeper, you can do that. And we're getting that back bend starting to happen. Chest opener. Again, you can change the head gaze anywhere you like. Breathe into the belly, into the ribs. Now we're coming back up nice and strong. And we're going to rotate. So left arm reaches behind, right hand to outer knee, don't let the knee collapse. So press down through the foot, and then gaze, if possible, down our left arm. And remember, I'm trying to keep my body over my hips. A few breaths here, just enjoying that twist. You can smile. And then we're going to come back out. Hands to the floor. Tuck the right toes under. We're going to the big step up. Little fold. Settle into it. You may even want to turn the palms up, bending at the wrists. Okay, chair pose. So let's bend the knees. Take the gaze forward. Sit down. Weight back through the heels if you want. Arms shoulder height or a little bit higher. Next breath in, use the legs. Push, palms up. Exhale back to our heart. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling a little bit more warmed up. This is getting our joints moving. We're going to take it a little bit more energetically, and please feel free to modify with anything we've already done. Slow it down if you like. You can always ignore my instructions if they don't suit. So let's take a breath in. Exhale, release, fingertips to floor. Breathe in, look forwards. Step the left leg back, big step. And then from here, if you want, knee to floor, or keep the knee higher and arms behind. See if we can, sitting up a little bit high, interlock the hands, slide the hands down as we lift and open the heart. Keep the legs strong. Release both hands, back to floor. So now we'll step back to either cat, plank or downward dog. So if you want to work stronger, Plank is the way to go. You can also do half plank here. But I've got to work off a little bit of chocolate, so I'm going for the stronger version today. All right, from here, we're going to lower to the floor. Those who are keen beings, chaturanga, and then all the way down and get to collapse to the ground. Fabulous. Now, slide the hands out in front. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, use that back strength. Exhale, we'll come into a gentle cobra. Elbows stay bent, shoulders down. Think about reaching away through the toes and out through the crown of the head. So we're looking for length in the spine. Breathing into the front body. Next exhale, we'll release. Slide the hands back in. Tuck the toes. On the exhalation, to downward dog or cat. Any version that's going to suit you today. I'm going to take that left leg up into the air. So let's breathe it up. Swing it through to the hands. Big step here. And then you've got the choice. Knee to floor or stay high. Reach the arms. We're coming up a little bit more. Lifting up. Interlock. Slide down. Open the chest. Strong legs if you're up off the knee. All right, release. Hands to floor. Big step forwards. Little fold. Breathing in, bend the knees. All the way up. Hands together. Exhale back to heart. Fabulous. Let's do the right side. Breathing in. Exhale, release. Fingertips to floor. Inhale, gaze forwards. Right leg back. Big step. Either knee to floor or you can stay up. So extended lunge, warrior. All right, hands down. Plank, downward dog, cat, whatever takes your fancy here. I just want to hold it here a little bit longer. Feel that strength having to kick into the body. And then another way to get down, you can put the knees down first and then kick the elbows in and come into like a half chaturanga. Okay, cobra. Place the hands where they're comfortable. Inhale, lifting up. Make sure the back's always happy. If it's not, come down. Toes under, hands under shoulders. Exhale, downward dog or cat. Find that comfy position. And then it's going to be the right leg. Let's breathe it up. And exhale, swing it through. And either that knee to floor or coming all the way up. Should be getting a little bit warmer now. Let's take the hands down. Big step up. Nice little fold, feet at hip width. Breathe into our chair. Let's come all the way up with our chair. Hands together. Exhale back to heart. All right, shake it out. So we've done 2 rounds. We are going to do a couple more, and now what I'm going to do is just throw in a few other standing postures in the middle there. So I'm going to move my blanket off because I'm going to be keeping my back knee off the ground, but if you want to keep your knee on the floor, you can, but we will be moving into things like warrior 2 and a few other energetic poses. So once more, back at the top of your mat. Let's inhale, both arms up. Exhale, release, fingertips to floor. Inhale, gaze forwards. And we'll step left leg back. And from here we pivot the left heel down to the ground. So my feet are roughly in line. Keep your front knee bent and let's come into warrior number 2. So I want to make sure my back foot's angled, arms out shoulder height. So I'm going to check. They roughly look the same height to me now. And then I'll keep the gaze looking down the right fingers. Just feeling that strength. Checking that I've got openness in my chest, but also in the back of my shoulders there. So I'm not sort of squeezing my shoulder blades in. I'm just holding, working that leg strength, bit of stamina. And then from here we're going to cartwheel the arms all the way back to the top of the mat. And either stepping back to your plank or your downward dog, etc., whichever one you like. And if it's safe for you to do so, we're going to move into up dog. So from here, I just roll forwards a little bit, take the chest through and up, keep the lift in the thighs and the belly. You can modify with knees to floor, you can also do your cobra. And then from here, let's all come back, downward dog. Nice extension through the heels. And then we're going to do the other side. So left foot needs to make her way all the way up to the hands. We want the long stance. We're going to pivot right heel down. Keep the left knee bent. And now you get the backside view. So I'm going to relax. I don't want to stick my bottom out. I'm going to relax it down. Relax my shoulders. Check they're the same height. Check that I'm not leaning over. So I come to center. Couple of breaths here. Legs are strong. So connect through your feet. Feel where the weight is in your feet. Try and make it even. So you're not rolling to little toe side of the foot or big toe side. Okay, cartwheel the arms all the way back to the top. Big step forwards, little fold. Breathe into chair. Let's use it all the way up. Exhale to heart. Breathing in. Release. So we're going to straight to the other side. Inhale, right leg back, big step. Pivot the heel down. And this time coming into Trikonasana. So we're going to straighten this front leg. So as I draw up my front leg, I'm going to rest my left hand on the shin and take the right arm up. So I'm turning, rotating through my rib cage. Gaze either up or you can look down or straight ahead. And I'm drawing back this right hip. Sorry, left hip. I'm so used to teaching opposites and I'm not at the moment. Okay, so from here, let's breathe in all the way up. Come into our warrior two. And then let's take both hands back to floor. Find your favorite plank, downward dog, cat, etc. Now you can move through via chaturanga and into, oh God, I haven't done that in a little while, up dog. And then back to downward dog. Oh, gee, got to work on my upper strength again. And then from here, big step up, right foot. Let's take it all the way up to the hands. Pivot left heel down. Triangle pose, so we're going to straighten this front right leg, draw it up. So lift the kneecaps. Rest your hand rest comfy, turn, rotate. Top arm up. You can also rest it here. How's the breath going? And again, connect through the feet. Just check you're not rolling off to little toe side of foot. Press down evenly through both feet. Now we'll move into warrior two. So inhale up first. Exhale, let's bend the knee. Open up. Awesome. Both hands back to the top of the mat. Pivot the back heel. Stepping forwards. Little fold. Soften the knees, gaze forwards. Let's reach it out. Inhale up, palms together. Exhale back to the heart. Right. Now, we're going to move into Kanasana, not Baddha-Konasana, Parsva angle pose. So you may want to have a brick just near your feet here for easy reach. Let's breathe in. Exhale, release. Inhale, gaze forwards. Let's step right leg back, big step. Again, we're going to pivot the heel down. And you may want to grab a brick. You can put a big toe side of foot, little toe side of foot. You can change the height. You could also skip the brick and just rest on this leg. So, whatever works. I'm turning, rotating, just like we did in our triangle pose, but now we've got the knee bent and I'm working my knee so the center of the kneecaps in line with my middle toes. Alright, top arm down and big step back. Again, your choice. Find that strength if you want. Take it a little easier if you need to. We are going to make our way to the floor and we're coming all the way down to line. Awesome. And then from here, reach the hands behind. Let's come into snake pose. So you're going to breathe in, lift the head, lift the chest, arms and legs. So again, listen to your back. If it's not comfortable, sort of up here, don't go here. Here's fine as well, as long as you're working the back muscles, as long as you can breathe. And then we'll bring the hands up, soften, deep breath in, slow breath out, and curl the toes, easing up and back to downward dog. Okay, right foot, big step up to the hands. Pivot the back heel, grab your favourite brick, or not, feel free to come up here instead. We're going to lift, turn, open, and then I'm working to keep my kneecap in line with my toes. You could add the top arm if you like, whatever again feels good. Nice side stretch through here. We're actually going to come all the way back to the floor, and then big step forwards, nice little fold. Rotate those wrists as we bend the knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands together to the heart. Alright, one more. Breathing in. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend the knees, look forwards. So we're going to step the left foot back and then pivot all the way around to face the long end of our mat. So I've got my feet 45, knees are bent, and we're coming into our sumo squat. I've just got the elbows resting on the thighs here. So just opening up the inner thighs, the groin. Now some of you might be comfortable, go a little deeper. You could bring the hands to the heart center and use the elbows to keep the knees out wide and draw up that pelvic floor. So as we exhale, can you lift your pelvic floor? And as you breathe in, release it halfway. And then exhale, draw up the pelvic floor. Inhale, let it go for a little bit, but not collapse. One more time, exhale, lifting up. Awesome. We have the hands on the ground. Lift the hips. Give it a little bit of a shake out. Again, whatever feels good. And then turn the toes in. Soft knees. So again, you could rest here, or if your wrists are okay with it, you want to give it a go, we can move into our Bakasana, our bird pose. So from that position, I place my hands about shoulder width. I'm going to lift my heels off the floor, gaze is forwards, so looking towards the camera, bend the knees, place them behind the backs of the arms, maybe your feet will come off the floor. And then we want to bring the feet back down, ideally to come back down. Awesome. Let's pivot round. Step back to downward dog. And relax those shoulders. Make sure your neck is nice and free. Good work. So from here we're going to put the knees to the ground. And then can we bend the elbows back into the ribs as we take the chest down. Hold it just for a little longer. Okay, all the way to the floor. Alright, rotate the wrists again, especially if you did that little hand balance. From here, let's come up into our snake pose again. So we're going to breathe in, lift the head, chest, arms and legs. Find that comfortable position. So really, really important to keep these back muscles strong. And especially now that we are confined at home, you're probably doing a lot more sitting than you used to. I certainly am. So these muscles, they've got to be worked. We've really got to strengthen up our back muscles. Because when we sit, we tend to round and they stretch out. Okay, back down. Little rest. Nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Ujjayi perhaps. Toes under. Let's inhale all the way up, downward dog. Okay, left foot will be doing the step up. And then pivot side. I'm going to pivot around and face the camera. There we go. And we come back into our sumo stance. We just hold for a moment. If you want, you could bring it in a little closer if that feels okay with the heels. Knees again should be pointing in line with the toes. You could bring the hands together, gaze forwards. If you want to do that bird pose again, you could. Or you could just chill out here. Maybe even hold on to the feet and bring the chest forward so we get a nice back stretch as well. Okay, and then hands in front, straightening up, pivot around to the top of your mat, step forwards, a little fold. So Uttanasana, we're actually going to fold the arms, let the head hang, knees are soft. See if you can get your belly resting on your thighs. We're just looking for length in the spine. And then release the hands, bend the knees a little deeper, gaze up, head up, arms behind, lift the head, open the chest. Nice deep breath in. Let's take it all the way up. Palms together, release to the heart. Right, that finishes our sun salutes. Hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of movement, a bit more strength. So now we've just got a couple more standing postures to go. And we'll be working with Warrior 1 to Warrior 3. We did some of this a week ago. You can work near the wall, especially when we get to our Warrior 3. So feel free to do that. If you want, measure it out. So if I do a little half dog here, and I come onto my fingertips, roughly have my hips over my heels, that's a good distance to be away from the wall. And you're going to keep your right foot where it is and step your left foot back from there. So this is your Warrior 1. If you don't feel the need to use the wall, just on your mat, lifting up. Virabhadrasana 1. So I'm easing my left side forward, so I'm trying to relax my right hip back. Looking for length in my spine, so I'm trying to relax the buttocks down. And then we're going to bring the hands together. So I'm interlocking into what we call pistol grip or a Kash Mudra. So index fingers pointing upwards, other fingers crossed. And we're going to transfer the weight into Warrior 3. So let's bring weight to the right foot now. Now for those using the wall, you might want to have the hands separate so you can put the fingertips on the wall. We're going to lift the left leg. So now we're in a balance. And then as we keep lifting that left leg, then the upper body comes forward. So I'm drawing up strongly through my right foot, reaching away through my fingers and toes, still remembering to breathe as we come down into our Warrior 3, nice and strong. Now if you've got the hands linked, let's take them out wide. If you're on the wall, you might want to try coming to what we call flying balance, or you might not keep the fingertips there. Alright, we're going to come back up. See if you can avoid letting that left foot touch the ground. We're going to bend the knee, bring it through, and then hug it in. Nice and tight. So we're doing a lot of work on that right leg. Whoop. I lost it. But if you can still got your balance, awesome. So from that hug of the right leg, maybe hold behind the back of the leg and extend, or maybe let go and extend, whatever works. Bring it back in, step it down, shake it out. So you should be feeling a lot of muscle work going on in our right leg there. Okay, let's try the left side. So if you've lost your position with the wall, again, just that little half measure, and you'll be stepping your right leg back. Otherwise, everyone right leg back, front knee bend. Start with the hands on the top of the pelvis here, and see if you can relax the left hip back, ease the right hip forwards. And if that's finding it difficult, check your back foot sort of not turned off too much to the side. Alright, let's sweep the arms up. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Then we'll interlock, index finger pointing up. Or keep the hands separate if you're using the wall. Arms stay next to ears. Let's transfer weight to left foot. Hover the right foot off the ground. Drop the kneecap of that left leg. Slowly ease forwards into our warrior 3. Reaching out through fingers and toes. Keep breathing. You can probably hear my breath. Awesome work. Okay, we're going to take the arms out wide if possible into flying balance. And then we'll bring that right knee through and up. Okay, so strong calves today. Now you can either stay holding onto the leg, you can hold underneath and straighten out, or you can not hold on at all. Just that last little extra. Let's bring it back in. Alright, little swing. So we're just keeping the knees soft, letting the arms go a little bit side to side. Good work. Probably got your heart rate up a little bit doing that if you managed it. And back to centre. Okay, so our last standing postures, we're going to do one more balance. We'll be coming into tree pose, and certainly I can't do the full versions of where we're going maybe because of my knees. So just do what you're comfortable with. If you want to have the wall behind you for tree pose, feel free to have a hand out near the wall or just lean on it. So we're going to balance on our right foot first, and if we can turn the left foot out, and you can stay toes on the floor, you can come up to the calf. Try not to press on the knee joint, be either side of that, or maybe all the way up. See if it's going to hold, my hands are slipping. Or some of you might be okay to bring that foot all the way up into the groin and relax that knee down. So this one I find a little bit tricky, so I usually just stay with my standard tree pose. So you see if I let go, my foot drops, so I'm sort of better off down here. If you're happy to have the foot all the way up, awesome. See if you can bring the hands together, maybe take the arms up, lift and lengthen out. For those who've got very open hips and hamstrings, if you do have your foot all the way up here, you might want to bend forwards. It's going to be really intense, but it is an option if you want to take it there. I won't. And then we'll bring the arms back down, step back out. Feel the difference in the feet before you move them. So that right foot feels really grounded. Feels like it's a little bit longer than the left. So now transfer weight to the left foot. Rotate out from the hip and then choose your foot position wherever you want to bring it across to. But make sure you're going to be comfortable. Keep your gaze steady. And then once you've got that position, let's bring the hands together. Perhaps take the arms up nice and high. Soft gaze, even though it's steady. Maybe for those who want to bend a little bit forwards, if you've got that link with the foot all the way up, you could try that. And then we'll start to bring the hands back down and release. Okay, soft knees, shake it out a little bit. Alright, now we are going to work back down onto the ground. And we'll be doing some ridge pose. And if you want to take it a bit more restive, have a brick within easy reach for that. So when we lie, we want to have the knees bent, feet at hip width. So I quite like to use the edges of my mat as a reference because I know I have a difference in my right and left side. And what tends to happen is my right foot tends to creep forwards from my left. So if I have my toes just here on the edge, I can So I've got my brick with an easy reach, and I keep my knees hip width, arms are going to start down the side of the body, and then from this position we're going to press down through our feet, nice deep breath in. We start to lift the hips, lift the spine off the floor, and again we want that comfortable position. So I have space behind my neck. If I didn't have a microphone here, I've also got space here in the front of my throat. See if I think I can tuck it in anyway. So from this position, we're working on back strength, we're working on our legs, and I'm trying to keep my knees in line with my feet and my hips. So we're going to roll back down the spine. Now ideally, when we come up again, it'd be nice to have the knees directly over the ankles or the heels. So I usually have to do that once I'm up because I've got a stiff right knee. So if you like me, do it once you're up. Otherwise, shuffle those feet in a little bit closer if you can. And then again, we're going to press down through the feet, lift the hips. So now I'm going to walk my feet in just that little bit closer. And then I can use this leg strength to lift up just that little bit higher. Shoulders under, so I tuck one shoulder to the other. Now you can hold the edges of your mat, or you could interlock the hands behind the back and press them to the floor. So again, whatever feels good. Steady breath. You want to breathe all the way down to the belly button. Legs are strong, back strong. But if there's any discomfort, or if you've got to come down, just roll it back down on the exhale. Okay, release. Relax for a moment. So, if you've got a brick, grab it. You could also use a bit of a rolled up towel. And we're going to put it between the thighs. So I've just got it on that narrow profile between my legs. And I'm going to keep that brick there. Once more, press through the feet. Lift the hips. So you can use a towel if you don't have a brick. And we're not thinking of crushing it, we're just thinking of drawing up the inner thigh muscles towards the groin. So it's like you're trying to draw the brick up towards you. And then can we keep that brick there? Press down through the right foot and extend the left leg out. Oh, that's quite hard. And then we'll bring it back in. Press down through the left foot, extend the right leg out. And we'll bring it back in. Okay, I'm going to roll down the spine. Take the brick away. Release, relax. Knees into chest. And just a nice little rock or a roll, whatever feels good there on the lower back. And the other way. Okay. And we'll just slide the legs out. Extend, big stretch open. A little bit of a back arch. Releasing back down. And then from here, we'll go into a twist. So we're going to keep the right leg extended, bend the left foot, just place it anywhere along your right leg, arms out shoulder height, and then we're going to roll to our right. Now you could use your right hand to bring that left knee over a little bit more if you want, but I've got both shoulders here on the ground. And you could lift the head, turn, rotate, looking down the left arm, or you can just keep the head looking to the ceiling. Couple of breaths here. Okay, we're going to come back and change over. So left leg straight, right foot on top of left, and then we just rotate over towards that left side. If you want, using the hand to add a little bit extra, maybe lift the head, look to the right. Couple breaths. here. So if you want, you could use a blanket and sit on the edge of the blanket, especially if you've got tighter hamstrings, it could be nice. And then we're just taking the legs out nice and wide, but in front here. And we'll do a little side stretch over to the right side. So I'm just going to slide my hand towards the foot, little lean over, place the left hand on the lower back there, so lumbar region. We'll come back to centre, we'll slide over the other way. So nothing too strong. And then back to centre. And then from here, little forward bend. So just going to ease, and I'm trying to move from my hips. Doesn't matter if you don't move very far, or if you can get your head to the floor. Anything in between is fine. But we don't have to overdo it. But it's interesting to note where you feel is stretched. So whether it's in the inner thighs or in your back, or hamstrings or somewhere else. Okay, we're going to come back up. We'll bring the feet in. Now we haven't used a strap today, but if the bow pose is not your favourite posture, you may want to use a strap as an option. And what you would do is just place that strap around the balls of the feet like that. We're actually going to be coming up and balancing on the buttocks. So this is one option. But if you haven't got any problems with your back and you want to work it that little bit stronger, then try without the strap. So if you're on something quite high, maybe come off that support. If you're just on a low blanket like this, that's fine. And then we're going to hold behind the back of the thighs, or you can hold your strap. We're going to take the feet off the floor, shoulders back, and then see if we can lift the soles of the feet up. And I've got my toes pulling back. I'm pushing out through the balls of the feet here. And then maybe you can let go. Now if that hurts your back, bring the support back in or use the strap. But shoulders back, chest lifted, and then stretch away through the fingers. Throat should be relaxed. Alright, we're going to come back down, and you should feel like that was hard work if you took the support of the hands away. We are going to do another one. So, when you're ready, we'll side on this time. Bend the knees, sitting back, lifting up, shins up, maybe letting go if you can. Maybe straighten your legs this time, see how that feels. If it's too much, bring some support back in. Reach away through the toes. Keep breathing. Alright, release. Come back down. And what we're going to do is take the hands behind. A little bit of a back bend, open up the chest. And then let's go for a little roll with the knees side to side. A little buttock massage. And then little comfortable position to sit. So I'm just bringing in my bolster here and a few other things ready. So we'll be heading into relaxations shortly, but I want to do a little breath practice first. So if you don't like sitting on the floor, feel free to sit on a chair for this one as well. If you want to put something warm on, perhaps grab another blanket or a top, so that when we go down into our relaxation, you're going to be well set up for that, without too much disturbance. Okay. Key with these comfortable positions is that they're comfortable. So I sit on a nice big bolster. If you've got a pile of cushions, that can work. Like I said before, a chair. The last thing you want is to, have to fidget around because the body's complaining. So tall spine, lengthen at the same time press down through your sit bones. Just a couple of conscious breaths in and out through the nose. And maybe you'd like to imagine that as you breathe in, the breath is rising from the sit bones up to the top of the head. And exhaling back down into the earth. Perhaps visualize drawing up the energy of the earth into the headspace. And then descending that energy back down to the earth. So it's like we're plugging into the ground. As we breathe in, we draw up that stability, that centeredness, groundedness that we get. And just settle into this space. So if at any time you get the opportunity to go outside and just connect with a little bit of earth each day, it's going to be good for your mental health. And if you can do that consciously with the breath, just as we're doing now, even better. So now we'll expand our breath a little bit more by coming into the three parts of the breath. So we're going to draw the breath into the belly first, then into the ribs, and then into the upper chest. As we exhale, we'll just exhale the breath back down. So on your next breath in, draw it in nice and deep to the lower lungs. Continue to expand into the ribs, and then into the upper chest. And long, slow exhale out, using that ujjayi breath, so that gentle contraction here at the pit of the throat. I'm going to continue with our conscious three-part breath in. Ujjayi breath out. So I'm not sure if the mic can pick up my ujjayi breath. I'm overdoing it a little bit so you can hear it. Three more breaths. Last breath. And at the end of that last breath, just allow the breath to settle into its natural rhythm. So now, best bit, find your comfortable shavasana, or if you like, you could stay seated, but make sure that it's going to be super comfy, because you want to resist the urge to move. Check that you're going to be warm enough as you settle into the floor. And the relaxation I've chosen today is about looking after yourself, letting go of things that no longer serve you. And this relaxation I got from Lorraine Rushton, who runs Energy Yoga. So just accrediting her with this particular relaxation. So first of all, can you relax the eyes and let the eyelids gently close? Conscious of the weight of the body on the floor and just sinking a little deeper to the ground as you exhale. picture 5 steps that lead downwards. And as you look at the 5 steps that lead downwards, think of them leading you down to a place that is safe, peaceful, and it will take you to a state of deep relaxation. So now taking that first step, feel the body relax, and then go down the second step, and your thoughts start to drift away. On the third step, the feelings that you have start to drift away. On the fourth step, think of your heart filling with light. And then on the fifth step, rest completely as the whole body fills with warmth and relaxation. And you have now stepped down into your own private sanctuary. So this is a place that you create just for you. It can be anywhere you like. It could be a beach or a mountain top. It could be in the forest. It could be in your home. So decide where you want your sanctuary. A place that makes you feel good, safe, happy. And think about all the different sounds that might be present in your sanctuary. What sort of smells and fragrances might be present there? Think about the scenery. Maybe there's particular objects that you like to reach out and touch. How do they feel? So building up that imagery of your sanctuary. And as you explore your sanctuary, you come across a path, and so you begin to follow it. And as you walk along this path, you can feel the sun shining down on your skin, feeling that warmth on your hair, your clothes. There's a very gentle breeze that moves through the trees. And here you feel relaxed, happy, as there's nothing to think about. There's nowhere you need to go. And there's nothing that you need to do. So the path now leads you down to a gentle flowing river. And you can see that there is a boat tied up at the riverbank. So you head over towards it. You step inside the boat and untie it from the bank. But then you notice that the boat is not going anywhere. And when you look down at your feet, you discover that there is a pile of rocks at the bottom of the boat. And a lot of these rocks look familiar. These are rocks that you might have been carrying for quite some time, or perhaps you picked them up recently. And the only way to move forwards on the boat is to start unloading those rocks. So you pick up the first rock and it feels really heavy. This rock has a label on it, it's called fear. And as you struggle to lift it up and push it over the side of the boat, you get a great sense of achievement when it finally drops into the water. It's like a load is also coming off your mind, your body, as you let that fear drop down into the water's depths. So you pick up another rock, and this one seems just as heavy, and this one is labelled failure. But you manage to also toss this rock over the boat's edge into the water. And you keep selecting rocks from the bottom of the boat. This one you now have is called loss. And you put it over the edge and let it go, watch it sink into the waters. You let go of not being good enough. You let go of judgment. The next rock you pick up is not getting what I want. So you toss that one over the edge as well. So many rocks that you could unload from this boat, letting go of comparison and self-pity, letting go of inadequacy. And each rock that you put over the edge of the boat into the water, it gets easier and easier, becomes a bit more fun. And then you realize that you are now flowing downstream. And you're left with your positive thoughts rather than all those negative ones. And now all that's left in the boat is a nice soft pillow that has the words self-kindness written on it. And there's also a blanket with the label of self-acceptance. So you lie your head down on the pillow of kindness and wrap yourself up in a blanket of self-acceptance. And have that sense of being nurtured, respected, as you honour yourself feeling loved. leads you back to your special place. And as you walk along that path, you have that sense of self-acceptance, self-kindness, feeling happier and more at peace. You're now back at your familiar sanctuary. Being conscious that you can visit this place at any time you wish. But for now, you need to make your way back up the 5 stairs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you've reached the top of the stairs. Coming back to awareness of the room that you're lying in. Aware of the many sounds that might be around you. Aware of your clothing, the air on your face. Breathing in that little bit deeper, moving into the hands, the fingers, the arms and the legs. Waking the body up anyway, feel good to move. And then when you're ready, opening the eyes and rolling over to the right hand side. Couple of breaths here. And then making your way to sit comfortably. A couple of deep breaths to wake the brain up. And we'll finish with a quote that today is from Sadhguru, who says, "An intention will not make things happen. It will only set the direction." So you will still have to make the journey. So we can always have good intentions, but unless we actually